首先，我要谢谢你点进来收看这一期令人感伤的意见哦。在通信状况很糟的状况之下呢，我透过视讯专访了一位在加沙的平凡母亲，谈在战火之下她经历的那些常人无法想象的苦难，生活在令人触目惊心的环境里，以及她为了孩子所做的那些令人鼻酸的事。当然，就是要带你看一位母亲的坚强与韧性。
It's completely destroyed. This is the half of the apartment. It's completely destroyed. So this is the room. Okay. This is the air plane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please come here. Leaving Gaza is not a very simple decision. We are so connected to this city.
Have you ever, are you worried that your kids might lose their mom?
Every single moment.
也许人们开始对加沙的悲剧感到麻痹了，也许并没有注意到，这些天呢，加沙已知的死亡人数呢，已经突破了6万人。在小小的加沙，等同于每36个人就有1人死于战火。6万人是什么概念呢？美国的象征纽约帝国大厦能够容纳2万人，也就是说，要3座帝国大厦还要多，才足以容下这么多的人。而加沙的记者的处境持续的恶化，每4名记者就有1名记者在带世人看真相时殉职了。这是新闻史上最悲惨的新闻人集体死亡的事件。但一样的，所谓讲新闻自由的那些媒体依旧集体轻生。我们不想要站队哪一边，但生而为人，我们是能够站队悲天悯人这一边的。人饥己饥。说到饥饿，最近加沙的人道悲剧多与饥饿有关。有看上一期我在约旦对联合国官员专访的那一期意见就知道，以色列和美国呢已经联手接管了加沙的救济物资的分配，取名呢加沙人道主义基金会，取代了原先联合国系统的400个分配站，削减到全加沙就4个分配站。对，200万人就4个地方能够领物资，因此加沙饥饿的状况严重恶化。不少的报道说呢，美国和以色列联手成立的基金会运营2个多月以来，将近200名加沙人已经活活的饿死，而去领物资的手无寸铁的饥民跟妇女还有儿童更不幸，被军队用机关枪扫射，被炸弹炸得粉身碎骨。将近有1500人在领救济时死于非命，这是真的吗？加沙的现状如何呢？为此我专访了一位加沙的母亲阿斯玛，而当地的网络信号确实不好，我们试了10几20分钟才终于通上话，而视讯的画面也不时卡住。
It's completely destroyed. This is the half of the apartment. It's completely. I don't know if you can see it. It's completely destroyed. So this is the room. Okay. So this is the bedroom. This is by the bedroom.
Okay.
Okay. So actually, it's in this area. If I go there, look. If I go there, the internet. This is not my apartment. It's my father-in-law apartment. We moved here recently before 2 weeks.
Salam alaikum, Yasma.
وعليكم السلام وعليكم السلام. How are you? كيف حالك?
How did you get the internet connection?
So we have like a point, like an office. They have like internet connection from the telecommunication center company.
Have you ever left Gaza? Why you speak such a fluent English?
So I was born and raised in Gaza. I completed all my education here, from school to university in Gaza. I have the degree of English literature. Yeah, this is why I'm a little bit good in English. And
Okay.
actually, the only time I went out of Gaza, it was before the war with a month, I think. I went to the Jerusalem with my parents and my little boy and my little brother. We went to the Jerusalem. We visited Jerusalem for one day. It was a trip for one day, and we went back to Gaza in the same day. It was a very beautiful trip, and this is the only time I went out of Gaza. Before 7th October, if you wanted to go to a rented house, which has many services like the electricity, water, internet connection, everything, it costs just $250 per month. Now, in war, if you wanted to rent a house with no services, no food, no water, no electricity, no internet connection, nothing of any of the basic services, you have to pay at least $1,000.
What's the living condition in the apartment? Is there any water, electricity, anything in your current apartment?
In my apartment, this apartment, we're depending on solar panels to charge our phones and lights. We don't have water actually. From the tap water, we don't have tap water. We have to buy the clean water. We have to buy it by money.
How much and how do you buy and how can you like carry it to your apartment?
If you want to make like a gallon of water, maybe you have to buy it with $3 or $4, something like this. All of the Gazans people, they are suffering with the clean water. And actually, I don't think even the water that we are drinking is clean. It's not clean. I'm sure it's not clean because it has taste and it has smell. And I know that the pure water, it doesn't have any smell or a color or a taste. So the water that we drink, it has a little bit smell and taste.
2周前才从50人挤在一起的难民公寓里搬到这被战火毁掉一半、没水没电的房子。阿斯玛其实属于相当幸运的加沙人了。阿斯玛呢，还特意录了更清晰的视频，显示他的家人捡拾在战火里破损的家具的木材，生火做饭，并展示了一连串难以想象的场景。
So this is the half of the house that I told you it's completely destroyed, and no one come here. And this one, some wood for fire, so we can cook. Here we're making food. Fire and each is playing. We tried to make some joyful for them. This is the bathroom. The bathroom. As you can see, there is no water. Look. There is no water. No water. We are using the gallons, like this, for water, like this. As you can see, I think there is an aeroplane. Okay, as you can see, people are trying to run. People are running for the aeroplane. I don't know where is it actually. Okay, that's it. Oh, it's near. This is the airplane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please come here. As you can see, I think it's gonna go to the sea, to the beach, to the people on the beach.
然后我们谈到了关键的议题——食物。他详述了取得食物的困难，甚至还有悲剧，以及饥饿是否被当成了战争的武器。And how about food?
Food. This is another story. This is the main story actually for the Gazans people right now. So before these 4 months of starvation and famine, we were all our hope, dream is for a ceasefire or a small truce, so we can take a breath, so we can have some peace and rest. But now all our dreams is about having some food. bringing some food into Gaza. So food is very, very difficult to find food. And if you find it, sir, it's with high prices. Like if you wanted to buy a kilo of tomato, you need to pay $50.
How many meals do your family get every day? Like, what do you eat every day?
It's one meal per day. And sometimes, because this one meal, it's a little bit of food, me and my husband, we don't eat with the food for the kids. And even the kids, they look at us and they say, why you are not eating? And we say, it's okay, we are not hungry. And they force us sometimes to eat a little bit with them because they knew that we are not eating because we are leaving the food for them. They knew this. Okay, we eat something with them, but actually sometimes we don't eat anything because we leave the food for the kids because it's just one meal and we can't afford to have many meals. As I told you, the prices at the market is very, very, very high.
How old are
How
your kids?
old my kids?
Yes.
So I have 2 kids. My eldest daughter, she's Rafif. Now she's 9 years old. And I have Abdulrahman. He's 7 years old.
Okay.
Rafif should be in the 4th grade. Abdulrahman should be in his 1st grade. But as you know, there's no schools since 2 years. So they didn't have any education since 2 years.
So what do they do every day?
Between saying I'm hungry and between saying I feel boring. Between this and this, I'm hungry, mama. I'm feeling bored. Sometimes I can try hard to teach them by myself. Teach them because I can't leave them like this without any education. So I'm trying to teach them by myself. But sometimes, many times, you can say that either I don't have time to teach them or to talk to them. They grew up in the war. They couldn't see anything. Before the war, I was hoping them to have the good education, going to schools, going to the kindergarten, going to the restaurant, going to the beach, having a walk every day with their father, having the beautiful, simple life as any children dream with this life. What we are going through now is something out of control. So sometimes they ask me we want to go out for a walk, but I always feel scared because bombing and airstrikes everywhere. So no place is safe in Gaza. So I always say, no, mama. Just keep at home, stay at home. I could play with you. Your father could play with you, but don't ask me to go out for a walk because it's very dangerous. You know, they always dream about before 7th October. They always say, Mama, you remember when we were going for a walk? Yes. Mama, remember when we go to the when we're going to the restaurants? I say yes. Mama, remember when we do this and that? I say yes, Mama. I remember everything. And inshallah, one day, all of these days is gonna come back again to our lives. Inshallah, one day.
Israelis and Americans, they say they provide a lot of food. Americans, they say everything is good. Is that true? Like, what happened? Like, why you cannot get food?
I swear it's not true. I swear it's not true. Yes, they are. It's like, you know, the social media propaganda is like a propaganda in the social media that we are letting hundreds of aid trucks to come into Gaza. We are giving Gaza more and more food. Actually, it's not. They are letting some of 80 trucks to come into Gaza, but these trucks is not providing 1% of people's need. It's always been stolen by thieves before even going into Gaza. They are selling to us with the high prices that I told you about. And these thieves, they are working with the military, the Israeli military. It's just giving us death. If you want to go there, all you will see is death.
大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，大家的，
这快2年的战争，加沙人几乎人人都目睹了活生生的人在一瞬之间就离开人世的惨剧，无论这个人是陌生人还是自己的家人。而下一个会不会轮到自己，更是每个加沙人头上挥之不去的阴霾。You just talked about the death at the point where people get like what happened, like what do you see?
Now I'm living in the middle of Gaza. Every day I see ambulances. They are taking people from, Zikim. Zikim is it's the north of Gaza, and it's a point that they are letting the aid trucks come into Gaza from Zikim. It's called Zikim.
There you go.
And people there is always, every day, tens of people are dying there, and we can see how the cars and the ambulances are just taking people from there, injured people or dead people from there to the hospitals, to the Ashifa hospitals. And my husband, every day he say, I want to go there. I want to go there and get some food for you, for the kids. And always I say, no. I can't take a risk to go there. I don't need food. I don't want anything, but all I want is to just live in peace. I don't want you to go there. We can afford the lack of food, the lack of everything, but I can't stand or endure that something bad could happen to you. 2 weeks ago, one of my uncle's son, he has disappeared for 4 days. And his age is 14. He's just 14. He's just a teenager. So when he disappeared, his family were looking at him at school, at hospitals, and they even posted on Instagram or on Facebook if someone knows about him or have seen him or something like this, just tell us. And they found him dead there. So yes, many of my relatives, they went there, but some of them they got injured, some of them they died. But from my family, no one, alhamdulillah, no one go there, no one.
I mean, I don't want to ask this, but since the death is just so close to you, have you ever, like, are you worried that your kids might lose their mom?
Every single moment. Losing, I always, at the middle of the night, I always wake up and pray to my Allah to not lose any of my beloved people, or my kids to not lose me or their father. And I always pray for Allah to protect us, me, my husband, my kids, my family, my brothers, sister, my father, my mom, to protect us. I begging to him, I always pray to him, because this idea is controlling my head. And sometimes I cry because I can't endure that I could lose someone. Or because, when I look to the social media or I heard about someone relative or close friend, they are dead. I feel the same pain of their mothers, their sisters, their family. I feel the same pain. Sometimes I could go inside a deep depressed for days. I go inside a deep depressed because this idea is controlling my head. It's very difficult. You can just imagine in 1 second that something bad happened to your kid, you will lose your mind. But we have our faith.
在加沙，每个活着的人面对最现实的问题就是钱从哪来，特别是大量的人在战火当中失去了工作。 这一点阿斯玛也算是幸运的。学习英语的他呢，在战前就透过互联网以流利的英语教人说阿拉伯语。战后在当了一段时间的灾民之后呢，等到勉强网络有讯号之后呢，他继续教课补贴家用。但是在加沙的银行全面停摆之下，想要取出钱来，又是另外一场噩梦。
No one wanted to sell us the food by using the Visa card. They wanted just cash, and there is no cash in Gaza. If you wanted to withdraw some money from the bank, your bank account, you have to pay 50% as a commission. 50. We believe this. 50% as a commission. It's 50%. Believe me, it's the truth. You have to pay a 50% as a commission to the people. They wanted to give you a cash. So if you wanted the cash, you need to go to some people. They also thieves. I'm gonna tell you this. It's also thieves, because thieves the only people who has cash now in these days. Sadly to say this, they are the only people they have cash in this city.
联合国说，今天的加沙似乎已经陷入了定义当中的饥荒。2年来呢，加沙先是遭遇无差别的轰炸，再是陷入全体的饥饿。一些原先默不吭声、所谓讲普世价值的国家也顶不住了，扬言可能在9月的联合国大会当中承认巴勒斯坦。我和阿斯玛也聊到这一块，同时呢，也聊到加沙人是如何看在联合国安理会当中始终坚定支持巴勒斯坦人民恢复民族合法权利的中国。当然还有他如何看美国想要接管加沙，并且至今依旧致力于推动要将所有的加沙人驱离加沙的政策。
It's probably not a proper question, but you probably heard that Donald Trump wanna turn Gaza into Riviera. The United States wanna take over Gaza. How do you think about that?
The United States, actually, I think they are so confused about Gaza. Sometimes they do want to control Gaza. Sometimes they wanted to transfer Gaza to the Riviera of the eastern Riviera for Trump. And sometimes they wanted the Gazan people to live their lives. So they are so confused, actually. They don't want to actually know what they wanted to do with Gaza. We need the Palestinian Authority or something from the Palestinian parties to control Gaza. No one can understand us and listen to us than us. It's a small piece on earth, but actually it makes the whole world so confused.
Some Western countries like France, UK, they say they will recognize Palestine as a nation. What's your reaction to that? Will that do any help to your life or for Palestinians or Gazan?
I hope so. I deeply hope so that this recognition is gonna help the Palestinian people. They are gonna give us like a little bit of the human rights. I appreciate that countries, they are now more awareness that Palestinian people, they should live as a human being. I wish this recognition is gonna help the Palestinian people. I don't know if this recognition is gonna be a real in the real life. It's not like an announcement. You know that? You know what I'm meaning? I don't know if it's gonna be like an announcement in front of the world that okay, we are recognized like that Palestinian people, they have their country and they should live the perfect life as other people. But I think the more important is to make this in reality, in the real life.
China is the only permanent member in the Security Council that always support Palestinians.
Yeah.
What do Palestinians think about China's support?
We always very grateful and thankful and appreciate China and every country trying to stand beside Palestine, either the governments or the people. We always appreciated that. We always appreciated that, and we know about the China, and we know that it always standing beside Palestinian people, always trying to help the Palestinian people, always trying to raise its voice to talk about the Palestinian against the whole world, and this is something very appreciated from all the Palestinian people.
最后，我想要带你看这次采访当中我最感伤的一部分。
Let me tell you about my son Abdurrahman. Before a couple of days, me and him sitting together, and he said, "Mama, how about going out of Gaza, out after the war?" I said, "To where, my dear? To where?" He said, "I don't know. Maybe we could go to Egypt. Maybe we could go to Oman." And he said, "In Oman, is there chocolate?" I said, "Yes, there is." He said, "Is there meat?" I said, "Yes, a lot of meat." And he said, "Is there chicken there?" I said, "Yes, my dear, there's a chicken there." He said, "Is there water, electricity, everything?" He said, "Everything, Habibi, it's there. Everything is there." He said, "Is there a war?" I said, "No, there is no wars there." And he said, "Okay, we can go to Oman. I like Oman. We can go to Oman." I said, Inshallah, Habibi, we can go everywhere after the war. Actually, leaving Gaza is not a very simple decision. We are so connected to this city. Even it's destroyed, even it's very hard to live inside Gaza now, even it's always there's wars in Gaza, but my husband, he always say to me, we need to leave Gaza after war. And I always say it's very difficult for me to leave Gaza because it's really, I'm so connected to this land. I'm so connected. I love Gaza. I love it so much. I raised in Gaza, and I have very, very beautiful memories here. I can see destruction. It's everywhere. I can see it. And sometimes I can't believe that it's my beautiful Gaza, because when I look to Gaza before and after, I always, Wallah, brother, I always cry. I can't imagine what they did with my beautiful Gaza. They completely destroyed it. So taking the decision to leave Gaza is not easy. It's not easy.
非常谢谢你看到了最后，了解一个加沙人在这快2年来经历的种种难以想象的苦难。我其实也担心过这样露脸的采访会不会对阿斯玛和他的家人，甚至是他的孩子造成不利的影响。但是他很坦然，他说他希望告诉这个世界，一个加沙母亲所经历的一切，希望世人不要忘了加沙。这样他们才能够抱着希望活下去，然后他们渴望有那么一天能够和你我一样过上我们眼中理所当然的和平的日子。我知道很多人和我一样都在想，我们究竟能为他们做些什么。我想让我们一起吧。如果你观看这期意见视频的网站能够有一些点击的奖励的话，我会将全数的收入想办法给到他们，希望他们能够撑到看见和平的那一天。感谢你收看这期的意见，平安。